بسم الله الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين أما بعد. All right. Let's take a look at something real quick. I'm going to let everyone out a little early today and let you know what you need to know. Okay. Let's go through the homework that we had on this Sunday, I believe. Sheet 5, Jar and Mudaf. Let's take a look at that. Alright, there are 10 harf jar constructions and 10 mudaf ilayh constructions total in the 4 verses below. Find and identify which constructions are which. Ignore any word in red or green. So let's look at this. فَجَعَلْنَاهَا نَكَالًا لِمَا بَيْنَ يَدَيْهَا وَمَا خَلْفَهَا وَمَوْعِظَةً لِلْمُتَّقِينَ. مَوْعِظَةً لِلْمُتَّقِينَ. So 10 harf jar constructions and 10 mudaf ilayh constructions in total in the 4 verses below. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So let's take a look at this. Any harf jar constructions here? Yes, للمتقين. للمتقين. That's going to be a harf jar construction because you have a harf jar which is li, and then al-muttaqina, the alif drops off, and you have muttaqina. Muttaqina. Okay, so that's one. Actually, I'm going to open up the Word document for this. Okay, so this is what I've done. This is the answer sheet. So there are 3 idafas here, and there is 1 harf jar. So the harf jar is للمتقين, and then the idafa بين يديها, and then خلفها. Why? Because بين, you guys remember this from the recorded session, it was what? It was the harf of makan and zaman. Did you guys go over this? بين, خلف. Do you remember reading this part? Are there certain words that are automatically assumed to be mudaf? So bayna, khalfa, etc. Moving on. وَقَطَّعْنَاهُمْ فِي الْأَرْضِ أُمَمًا. Fi, harf jar, al-ardi, it's jar because of fi. Minhum, min, harf jar, hum is a attached pronoun, so the attached pronoun will be jar due to min, as-salihuna. وَمِنْهُمْ, same thing as this one. Duna dhalika. Duna is a mudaf. It's called a special mudaf, which we went over in the videos. بدون ذلك بلوناهم بالحسنات. بالحسنات. B and al-hasanati and B as-sayyiati. So this is interesting. So this as-sayyiati goes back to this B. Goes back to this B. But for this one, bil-hasanati. You don't have to worry about this one too much. Okay, bil-hasanati. لَعَلَّهُمْ يَرْجِعُونَ. Going on. وَلَا تَدْعُوا مَعَ اللَّهِ. Harf jar and majroor. Harf jar and majroor. مَعَ اللَّهِ إِلَهًا آخَرَ لَا إِلَهَ إِلَّا هُوَ. كُلُّ شَيْءٍ. كُلُّ شَيْءٍ هَالِكٌ إِلَّا وَجْهَهُ لَهُ الْحُكْمُ وَإِلَيْهِ. إِلَيْهِ. Harf jar and attached pronoun. Lahu is harf jar and attached pronoun. The lam, even though we said ba, ta, kaf, lam, if you look at it in the sheet I sent out to you all yesterday, it can be la or it could be li. It could be la or li. Okay. Ignore this, ignore this, ignore this. Ilayya. Ila and ya. Ila and ya. Ilayya. هذا القرآن. This Quran. لأنذركم به. Bihi, same thing. Harf jar and attached pronoun. أئنكم لتشهدون أن مع الله. Harf jar and majrur. آلهة أخرى. قل لا أشهد. قل إنما هو إله واحد وإنني بريء مما تشركون. And that's all. Did you guys got this sheet? I sent it out. Any questions in regards to this? Okay, so I guess I'll move on. I guess I will move on. Okay. Do you guys have any questions about the material at all? Because technically tomorrow is our last day. So what I was also going to do is going to go over our exam. So if you did your exam, open up your email and open it, and then we'll go over it together. We will go over it together.
Did you send us the exams back?
No. Whatever exam you've done, you're gonna basically grade it yourself.
Okay.
Yeah. Brother Amjad, I sent you a different exam because of timing issues. So I'm gonna go over yours in just a minute. So let me go over the first exam first, and then we'll go over the other one. Okay, test one. So let's do the first question. Fi'ataini, status is nasab or jar. Number is dual. Flexibility, fully flexible. And heavy or light, it is heavy. Wahidatun, it is rafa. Number, singular, flexibility, fully flexible. Heavy or light, heavy. Al-munafiquna, status is rafa. Number is sound plural. Flexibility is fully flexible. Heavy or light, heavy. Actually, no, sorry. Light, right? Oh yeah, my bad. I'm right. Sorry, heavy. Ash-shahawati, it's nasab or jar. It is a sound plural. Flexibility, it is fully flexible. Heavy or light, it is light. Rasikhuna rafa. Number is sound plural. Fully flexible. Heavy. Rafa, singular. Fully flexible. Heavy. Ibratan, nasab, singular, fully flexible, heavy. Rafa, singular, fully flexible, heavy. Al-mukaththibina, nasab or jar, sound plural, fully flexible, heavy. Nafsun rafa, singular, fully flexible, light. Oh, sorry, heavy. Walladhani rafa, dual, fully flexible, and heavy. Osmani, rafa, dual, fully flexible, heavy. Ibrahima, nasab or jar, singular, partly flexible, and then it's going to be light. Maryamu, rafa, singular, partly flexible, light. Nafsun. Nafsun means soul or individual. Yawmun means day. Iqabun means chastisement. Ar-Rahmanu means the perpetually merciful. As-Salamu, the source of peace. Qaribun is near. At-Tawabu, the all-forgiving or the all-acceptor of repentance, something of that nature. Nuhur are rivers. Alim, painful. Hisab, accountability. Ajrun, reward. Al-Basiru, the all-seeing. Karimun is the most generous. Shimalun is left. Al-Awwali is the first. Ba'idun is far. Rabbun is Lord. Narun, fire. Yaminun, right. Ruhun is soul. Soul. Any questions, Walid? Because this was the exam you got.
Yeah, sorry, I actually just had one quick question.
Here.
You said the last one was an Nasab or Jar?
The last one.
No, number 13.
Number 13. 13 is, yes, nasab or jar. Because it's a partly flexible word, right? And partly flexible words cannot be jar. And even though it's, if you wrote nasab, I'll give it to you. It's not a problem. But generally, technically, it's a nasab or jar. Like if I had taken all the exams and put a grade point average to it, then I would have accepted this answer. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Now I'm going to go through the other exam. Let's open it up. Okay. So this is exam B for Brother Amjad and anyone else that took this. Ta'ibina, nasab or jar, dual, fully flexible, and heavy. Shajaratan, rafa, sorry, nasab, singular, fully flexible, heavy. Salamin, jar, singular, fully flexible, heavy. Rahimuna, rafa, sound plural, fully flexible, heavy. Bari'un, rafa, number singular, fully flexible, heavy. Rafa, sound plural, fully flexible, heavy. Jar, singular, fully flexible, heavy. Rafa, singular, fully flexible, heavy. المجتهدين نصب or jar, sound plural, fully flexible, heavy, rafa, singular, fully flexible, heavy, rafa, dual, fully flexible, heavy, nasab or nasab, I'll take either of them, singular, partly flexible, and light. Rafa, singular, partly flexible, light. Nasab or jar, dual, fully flexible, heavy. And then it was the same exact thing for before, for the vocab. Any questions before we move on? Okay. Let's take 5 minutes, and then we'll have the new lesson, and then we'll call it a night. Just take 5 minutes, and then I'll be right back. Okay, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum. Let's continue. So let's talk about ejectable compounds, but before that, what's going to be on our exam tomorrow? So our final exam. Pronouns, after compounds, ejectable compound, possessive compounds, and adjectival compounds. That's what our exam is going to cover. You've done 3 of these, and the last one, the ejectable compounds, we're going to cover it today, right now. All right? So what are ejectable compounds? And the definition is actually pretty simple. An ejectable compound is identified when 2 or more isms have the same status, number, gender, and type. So if 2 isms are standing next to each other, and their status, number, gender, and type are the same, then they're going to be an ejectable compound. Okay? It's going to be an ejectable compound. There are 2 parts to an ejectable compound. Number 1 is the mawsuf, which is the thing being described, and the sifa, which is the description or attribute. The description or the attribute. So for example, you have all these, right? The green car. Let's find the mawsuf. What's the thing being described? Car. Car is being described, and the sifa is going to be what? Green. It's going to be green. The jacket is being described, and red is the description. The boy is being described. Oops. The boy is being described, and good is the description. Similarly, calm man, tall adult, fast cat, bad player. What's being described? The man, adult, cat, player. What's the description? Calm, tall, fast, bad. Those are the descriptions. So how about Al-Quran Al-Azim? Al-Quran Al-Azim. Well, let's see. What's the status of Al-Quranu? Al-Quranu is Rafa. Okay. Al-Azimu Rafa. So that's the status. How about the number? Al-Quranu is singular. Al-Azimu is singular. How about the gender? Al-Quranu is masculine. Al-Azimu is masculine. And type? Al-Quranu is proper and Al-Azimu is proper. So this is going to be a successful what? Mawsuf sifa construction. That's how it's going to be. That's how it's going to look. Now, how do you identify mawsuf sifa construction? Number 1, see if the status matches in both isms, which we did. Is it rafa, is it nasab, or is it jar in both? If it is, then move on to the next. If the number matches in both isms, good. It does, move on to the next. If the gender matches in its isms, if it is, then move on to the next. If the type matches in both isms, if it is, then match it to the next, which is, on all 4 properties match, it is a mawsuf sifa construction. It is a mawsuf sifa construction. So something else to keep in mind here as well. When even one of the properties do not match, you cannot have a mawsuf sifa construction. Okay? You cannot have a mawsuf sifa construction. You cannot have a mawsuf sifa construction. Moving on. So Mawsuf Sifa is a study of construction and not complete sentences, which is a point if we had done the Jumla Ismiya, but we haven't, so it's okay. All you are doing is describing, but not as a complete sentence. Move on. Mawsuf Sifa can happen between any status, any number, any gender, and any type, but all four must match up. If you have only three, it is not enough, which I just mentioned up here, right? When even one of the statuses matches up, then it won't be Mawsuf Sifa. Exception to the rule. Though they match in status, number, gender, and type, the names of Allah will never be Mawsuf Sifa. Allah is Ghafurun and Rahimun. They're not considered Mawsuf Sifa. They are not considered Mawsuf Sifa. The names of Allah. Mawsuf Sifa when an attached pronoun is involved, showing ownership of Mawsuf Sifa, which means adding an attached pronoun to Mawsuf. So for example, his beautiful camel, right? You want to show ownership of Mawsuf Sifa through an attached pronoun. Excuse me. Through an attached pronoun. Jamaluhu Jamilun, right? His beautiful camel was Jamalun Jamilun, Jamalun Jamilun, but it became Jamaluhu, his camel, Jamilun, his beautiful camel altogether. Al-Walidu Al-Kabiru, actually it's not Al-Kabiru, it's actually Al-Qawiyu. Let me fix that, wrong word. Al-Walidu Al-Qawiyu, the strong father. When you want to add a pronoun, right, an attached pronoun, you remove the alif lam and you add it. Her strong father, Waliduha Al-Qawiyu. Waliduha Al-Qawiyu. Her strong father. You can have more than one sifa on a single mawsuf, but not the other way around. For example, Rajulun Rahimun Salimun Karimun. A merciful, healthy, generous man. A merciful, healthy, generous man. Rajulun, a man. Rahimun, merciful. Salimun, healthy. Karimun, generous. Ar-rajulu, rahimun, salimun, karimun. Now what if it is alif lam? Well, you can't add alif lam technically. You cannot add alif lam technically. So this is just showing again. Usually we teach the Jumla Ismiya beforehand, but this time we're not teaching it, so we're moving on. How about Ar-Rajulu, Ar-Rahimu, As-Salimu, Al-Karimu? The merciful, healthy, generous man. Same thing. Status, Ar-Rajulu is Rafa, Ar-Rahimu Rafa, Rafa, Rafa. Singular, 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 singular. Masculine, 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 masculine. Type, proper, 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 proper. Okay? Proper. And yes, exam 2, gender, type. Okay, yeah, so just exam 2 details after that. There's one thing else I wanted to see. Let's do some examples, and then I'll let you guys off. Pull up this thing. Oh, here it is. Okay. So let's go through some examples. Let's go through some examples. We'll do 2 or 3, and then I'll send you the rest to take a look at for your own homework and review, and then we'll call it a night, inshallah. Yasin al-Qur'ani al-Hakimi. Al-Qur'ani, what's the status? It is jar. Al-Hakimi jar. Al-Qur'ani singular, Al-Hakimi singular. Al-Qur'ani masculine, Al-Hakimi masculine. And then Al-Qur'ani is proper, Al-Hakimi is proper, so we will have a harf jar construction. Nothing here. Siratin mustaqim. Siratin, Siratin is going to be jar, mustaqim jar. Gender, masculine, masculine. Number, singular, singular. Type, common, common. So automatically we have another one. Al-Azizi Ar-Rahimi. Common, common. Jar, jar. Singular, singular. Masculine, masculine. All four match up. Do you guys understand this concept? If not, say no. If you do, say yes. And if you have any questions, please ask me. Okay then. Again, I'm going to send you some examples, and then we can finish off with that. Some other stuff going over. Okay. Any questions? If not, say no, and then we'll call it a night. And again, I'm just going to go over what's going to be on your exam. On your exams, you're going to have to, not gender, not type. Don't gender and type. Independent pronouns, attached pronouns, possessive compounds, basically identify the mudaf and mudaf ilayh. Right? How do independent pronouns function on isms? Harf jar compounds, right, which we did beforehand. And mentioned before, adjectival compounds. And then for vocab, we need to do sheets number. Let's see, what sheet numbers we need to do. Vocab number 7, vocab number 6, vocab number 7, vocab number 6, and vocab number 5. Yeah. Vocab 6, 5, 6, and 7. Memorize that. That's what your exam is going to be on. Okay, inshallah. Jazakallah khair. I appreciate the time you've given me. I hope this class has helped you, get somewhat of an idea of how Arabic grammar works. Obviously, in 10 days, we can only do so much, and at the same time, being online, it sort of disadvantages us a little bit more. But nonetheless, this, I hope, was a good first exposure to the Arabic language and how much work it actually goes into actually studying it, preparing for it as an instructor, preparing for it and teaching it. It's definitely not easy, but every time I do go through this course, it's very enjoyable. I really do wish to meet some of you in person. So looking forward to seeing how things go and keep in contact. Some of you may not know, actually, so I don't live in the United States right now. I live in India. I'm just home visiting. I'm studying at an institution called Nadwatul Ulama, finishing my bachelor's in Islamic studies. So these classes are some things which I do when I'm back in my breaks. Just trying my best to teach and keep up and and give back. That's what I hope to accomplish. And all of the book you saw, a lot of it is the effort of some friends, and a lot of it is my own effort. So it's constantly a struggle to go through and complete. But nonetheless, we're just trying to keep up. So again, I really appreciate all of you taking your time out, coming through. I'll also send an email out later after your exam so that you're not buffed out. After your exam, going over how is it that you're going to continue your Arabic studies, different things you can do, different programs to keep up, etc. So I'll be sure to send that to you afterwards. But Jazakumullah khair. I really appreciate the time you've given me. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Jazakallah. Thank you for taking your time.